Alice Goes to Wonderland pinball machine. So,
oh my God, no way.
As many of you know, last week we were at WonderCon, where we took a beautiful machine out to put on the floor and showed everybody. We had hundreds of people come out and flip it, check it out, get up close, look at the world under glass.
The DMD had some issues and got dislodged, and therefore didn't work for the actual convention itself. And so I think that was extremely disappointing to not have that fully up and running.
It was a ton of fun. It was a really great coming out party for the machine.
He's still in a little bit of shock.
But there is absolutely zero code on this at the moment. There's nothing even on the DMD playfield. I'll share in my final thoughts kind of what's happening with the DMD, but they had some issues getting it working for this actual event.
Yeah, we had screen and PCBA issues that, I don't know if you can see it there, but there was a tear in this connection to the PCBA, which rendered the DMD inoperable. Game code was running underneath it.
You just couldn't see it, unfortunately. So that was a little unfortunate. However, people did get to check it out, and they had a lot of fun with it. The good news is I've received a new PCBA and screen. We've installed it into the same machine that we had on the floor, and it is now looking great, and it is ready for its close-up, people.
So this is just a flippable, playable demo of the game, just to be able to see the artwork, be able to flip it, see how the pinball felt. So it has some of the bones, but there's so much more potential and more things that I definitely think they need to work out before it gives all the buyers confidence that this is going to be a machine that's going to last a long time and play really well. So in the early stages of this right now, you can see right there, there's some flipper strength issues where it just...
Ladies and gentlemen, did you just see what happened there? We have to go back. He tries to flip the ball with his flippers, and the flipper says, nah, dog. We're done. We're tired for the day. Watch this.
You can see right there, there's some flipper strength issues where it just kind of fails. Hopefully they'll address that as one of the major issues I saw on this.
We're landing at this menu where you've got a couple options, right? You've got the play menu, you've got a settings menu where you can go in and adjust a couple of things. This is going to be where you connect your Wi-Fi. Obviously it's not enabled just yet. Flipper power, you can go in here. Got 1 to 10 flipper power. I have it set pretty low at 3 because they're pretty juiced right now, as they're currently done in these handmade ones. And then this is where you would check for updates for firmware. Obviously got to be connected to the interwebs for that. And finally, the development schedule. Note that this says 2024. It's all should say 2025. It should say past, let's see, past that second prototype, the campaign March 2025. That should read clearly. Final sample April 2025.
Final sample April 2025.
Update for April of our Alice Goes to Wonderland pinball. 2 quick caveats about it. Well, 3. One is it's super 0.1. I'm calling it 0.1 game code. It's really just a start, right? We have a long way to go. We've got months of development left to do on it. I'm sure you can all appreciate that. Final sample, April 2025.
And I'm sure you can all appreciate that.
It is Wi-Fi connected, so we can update it even after the fact. We will have a great game on release, not to be sure. Second,
Please just hear me out, please.
caveat, the fan is super loud right now.
The fan is super loud right now.
The glass off so that you can see it, but a little chunk of plastic dropped in it and made the fan very loud. So just bear in mind it won't be that loud. All right, that's enough caveats. Let's just go check out the game code.
With $571,000 and selling these pinballs at $800 each, with all the expenses that accumulate over time, not to mention you have 5 executives on the board, you have travel expenses and prototype expenses and R&D and advertising.
Final sample, April 2025.
Up and down, so they need to strengthen those lift switches
no one has talked about that.
before.
And then you notice he hit
We
the
got a
pop
post
bumper and
save down
it
there,
came
right down the middle. But overall,
no one has talked about that. No one has talked about that. No one has talked about that.
It's a wrap. It's done. Like, let's be real.
A mass production. We will go into mass production in June. Then we'll be
We will go into mass production in June.
Stop the cap.
on the water in Q3 and arriving to you all in Q4. So that is our commitment to you right now. We are on track to hit that timeline.
And that is what they estimated for shipping. They estimated $50 or charged $50 for shipping, but if you live in Canada, it's a little more. But when somebody asked, what is the weight of this item when it ships, they said approximately 120 pounds. Now, there is no way you're shipping anything anywhere in the United States that's 120 pounds for $50. So when you look at the dimensions and the weight of this is well over $100 when you use, let's call it small parcel, shipping or some sort of LTL shipping. But at some point you got to get it to the destination, which is somebody's house. That's going to cost anywhere between $100 and $250 with that.
Yeah, that's, we're very excited about that.
I just don't see, again, how this works when you got all these guys involved. Again, these are guys that are older. They're not doing this to make minimum wage. They're doing this to make a lot of money as CEOs and stuff. So I have to assume, again, these guys got to want to make at least $250,000 each and be like, yeah, we made this thing. It took some time. So we made no money and then we made a bunch of money and then maybe we figure out what's going to happen over here. But so far their gross sales is $420,000. You split that by 4 people, that's $100,000. You blew through a whole year. You got 6 months still to launch it. And again, that's gross sales. Kickstarter takes 8% just off of that. We're talking $30,000 some dollars. Shipping fees, all this stuff, it just keeps adding up. So right now, really, again, we haven't even talked about building the product yet, right?
I'm Jerry Cummings, and I've spent my career designing toys, games, and entertainment products that bring people joy.
Hits the flipper, the servo or the motor or something gets weak, and if you hold it for a long time, I can see it getting weaker and weaker as I played. And so that is something that definitely has to be addressed and concerned. Flippers are the main way to interact, and as soon as you lose flipper strength, then you can't play the game at all. Otherwise,
flipper power, you can go in here. Got 1 to 10 flipper power. I have it set pretty low at 3 because they're pretty juiced right now, as they're currently done these handmade ones. And then
ball is still smaller and the flipper strength was pretty strong. It definitely was prone to a couple of air balls. There was a couple of air balls and things that floated over the place. And then the ramps themselves, the edges of the ramps, they aren't that high. And so as they're going up the ramp, they were able to just kind of fly off of that. So maybe they need to increase the height of the ramps on both sides to be able to make sure the ball stays there. So that was a concern. But otherwise, air balls are going to be a thing. They're going to be able to flip all over the place.
We are very serious about getting these to you in a timely manner.
Life finds a way.
Unfortunately, it's a little bit disappointing at this stage of the game to see, but in terms of what they've been able to put together in the last 5 months has been impressive so far. Last thing as I went through the side right there, I was just pointing out that the right hand side of the outlane doesn't have any posts there, it's just metal, but that's not atypical of other games. Originally, I wanted to show some gameplay with the music, but
I'm going to grab the ball here and walk you through a little bit of what's happening on the playfield, right? So you notice that this icon is lit up. That's because I went through the 3 lanes here. Now there's optical sensors in here, which is why my finger is causing me to get some scores as I'm going through there. We've got leaf switches here. We've got leaf switches inside these. We've got a leaf switch in here. They're all a little sensitive at the moment, so sometimes they're triggering when they shouldn't. But you can see I'm racking up scores. I don't know where that's coming from. It might be coming from these. All right, so
it's none special.
Here, I think that's the little side ramp. This wouldn't cooperate with me earlier, but let's see if I can get it to go. No. Go or not. All right, let's do the Queen of Hearts. Oops. So this one, there is a sensor at the beginning and at the end. So I can go 1,